Hey there guys, and welcome to another time challenge video. In this one, I'm going to be making cycle pong in 6 minutes and 59 seconds. This is actually going to be similar to my other video where I made normal pong in 7 minutes. And I decided to make this one shorter, so we give ourselves 6 minutes and 59 seconds, I guess.
Fair enough.
So without further ado, we're just going to get started. And we're going to click the play when we hit play or while we've started. So first off, we're going to make a game node. And this is going to just be a normal node 2D. And just rename it to game. We're going to hit Ctrl S on that, save. We're going to now make a ball, which is going to be a kinematic body 2D. I'll just rename this to ball. Ctrl A, we're going to add a collision shape to it and also a sprite. Oh, no, an animated sprite. So for the sprites, we're going to put in the ball sprite here. As you can see, we're going to zoom in and just reduce the size because this looks too big. We're going to hit shift and drag. And we just resize the sprite to scale. Then go over to transform, set the position back to 0 0, and we go over to the collision shape. We're going to give it a circle shape, as you guessed it. Increase the size a bit so that it's just popping out there. Save this as ball.tsn and we're good. Next up, we're going to create a player, which is going to be also a kinematic body, and we're going to rename this to player and name get a collision shape. Sorry, not a collision shape, a collision polygon. Then we're going to get a sprite, and the sprite is just going to be this guy. Just going to drag it in there. So we zoom out, pan, and the sprite, I want it to face the right hand side. So we'll go over to transform, and we're just going to increase the rotation degrees until it looks like it's facing the right hand side here. I think that should be good. If we use a ruler, we're just going to check. Yeah, it's exactly at the right hand side. So the collision polygon, this is actually what's going to take our time. We're going to create a polygon for this such that wherever the ball bounces, it's going to reflect the opposite direction. So we're just going to create a polygon around this shape. So I think we're done here. Then the back, nobody really cares about the back since we're not going to be using that. So yeah, that's it. I'm just going to resize this a bit to the side. So we're going to save this players.tscn, go over to game, Ctrl Shift A, instance the ball, Ctrl Shift A, instance the player, and we're just going to get the two of them. Use W on your keyboard, put it in the middle. If you want to know about all the shortcuts, I actually made a 100 seconds video on that, so you can go check it out, where I explained almost all the Godot shortcuts. So we're going to hit Ctrl S to save, and over here we're going to add a new node, which is going to be area 2D, and it's just going to have a collision shape. This is just going to be keeping track of when our ball leaves the screen or leaves the area or something like that. You're just going to see it in a moment. So collision shape is going to be a circle shape. I'm going to increase the size to something big. Yeah, something like that. Use W on the keyboard after selecting the area. Move it over here. So whenever the ball leaves this area, then it's assumed that we are dead. So we have 3 minutes on the clock. So we go over to the ball and we're going to add a script, ball.gd. And over here, I'm going to make a var first and call it move. And it's going to be equal to a vector 2, 1 and 0. Then we're going to make a function called physics process function. Wow, I don't know what to do next. Wow. So sorry, we're going to make a variable collision is going to be equal to move and collide with move times 300. 300 is basically the speed times delta. Yeah. So if collision, that means if we're colliding on something, then we want move to be equal to move the bounce, and we're going to bounce in collision dot normal. So this is basically going to bounce the ball in the opposite direction, as it says normal. So in the opposite direction, basically. So we go back to the player, and the player we're not really doing much. we're just gonna say func underscore physics process. Then we want to look at the global, sorry, get underscore global mouse position. We hit Control S on that to save. Hopefully we're done, I think. Oh yeah, in the area 2D, I'm going to create a script, built-in script, yeah, because we're not going to be using it for a lot of things. So in this one, we're just going to connect a body exited signal to it. So here it is, body exited, and we're just going to check if body, the name is going to be equal to ball. Then we want to get underscore tree, the reload current scene. Basically, you're going to reload the scene. I think we're done. We have 1 minute and 25 seconds still on the clock. So we're going to hit play just in case there are any bugs. As you can see, the ball is bouncing really nicely and it's fully shape is following my mouse. So we can actually play a cycle pong game. This is crazy. So yeah, that's all I think. You can check my other videos on where I made other games in a limited amount of time. It's usually crazy. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Smash subscribe and goodbye.